Hello YouTube, welcome back to my playthrough of Metal Gear Solid Delta. How are you guys doing? I'm sorry I haven't had a part out in a few days. I've just been working on that Mafia lore video. But I've been reading your comments, and we're gonna collect some stuff that we never got the chance to collect on the other parts here. So you guys have told me I've missed a bunch of stuff. I do read your comments. And people told me get this box up here. Cardboard box, and also they told me to check the locker in the bedroom here. Let's see. Oh, X. Okay, I keep thinking it's Metal Gear Solid 2 to open. Triangle. Thermal goggles. Okay, that's gonna be of real help. That's gonna help a lot, especially when we're in the grass. And I also missed something back here. Okay, this is the thing that I missed here. What is this? Med? Raindrop and smoke grenades. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at some of these calls here.
It looks like you've got rid of all the Ocelots.
Yeah.
Now proceed with the rescue of Sokolov. According to Eva, you should start by going to the crevice to the north and...
Can we trust her?
What's that?
Eva is with the KGB, isn't she? Can I really believe what she says? How do I know she won't double-cross me?
There are no guarantees in espionage, Snake, only calculated guesses. At this point in time, the KGB stands nothing to gain by stabbing us in the back.
So you're saying I can trust her?
I'm saying the chance that she'll betray you is low.
Ah.
Of course, we checked the route she gave you against our own data. It looks like a pretty solid infiltration route. It makes good use of weak spots in the enemy's defenses. You shouldn't have any problems. Follow the route Eva showed you and proceed with the mission.
Roger.
First, enter the cave through the crevice. Eva said it was to the north, so head that way. First, enter the cave through the crevice. Eva said it was to the north.
Okay.
Eva was right when she said that operating in an unknown jungle at night is extremely dangerous. In my former outfit, the SAS,
That's Special Air
we'd always
Service.
be sure to set
British.
up camp before sunset and wait until daybreak before setting out again. Being able to stay in that abandoned factory made things a lot easier for you. You ought to be thanking Eva.
Snake, there are rats living in that area. The rats in that area are the descendants of wild Norway rats that were domesticated by humans as pets and lab animals. They're not poisonous, and I don't think they'll attack you, but they're quick little creatures, so you might have a hard time catching one.
Uh-huh. So how do they taste?
Snake,
What?
they're rats.
I know what they are. Do they taste okay?
The guide says they're not that bad.
Good enough for me.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Hey, Snake, remember back at the abandoned factory when you whittled the grip of that 45 down?
Yeah.
I've never heard of a customization like that before. Why the grip?
To fit it with a knife.
A knife? You're gonna keep the knife and the gun both at the ready?
That's the idea.
Why would you want to do that?
Sometimes a knife works better in close proximity encounters. So I equip both at the same time. That way I can switch back and forth in an instant.
Badass. So that's that.
CQC.
Also, you guys told me in the comments that that guy, the gun guy that you talked to, that he's the same guy that died on Shadow Moses Island. That imposter was pretending to be him.
Snake, you said Eva said her Mauser was a Type 17, right?
Chinese.
Yeah, what about
The
it?
Chinese
That model
manufactured.
was produced in the 1920s in a weapons lab in the Shaanxi
Yep.
province in China. The cartridge part sticks out lower than the original to accommodate 45 caliber rounds. The barrel and chamber are a little bit thicker too. But most telling of all, it's got Chinese characters engraved on both sides of the frame like you saw. And that firing stance Eva was talking about where you hold the gun horizontally, that's a trademark of the Chinese. Just like you were saying, when you're firing in full auto mode, the muzzle jump effect gives you a horizontal strafing motion. They say it's especially deadly in indoor and close-range mop-up actions. The Japanese called it bandit shooting and used to dread it. Makes you wonder where she learned to shoot like that. You know that army motorcycle that Eva was riding? That's a replica of a German model.
A replica?
Yeah. After World War II, the Soviets confiscated an entire assembly line from a German motorcycle factory. Machines
That's
and all.
true.
And then they took it back with them. And
The
started
Soviets took a
producing
lot of
replicas.
industry from Germany, but not just
Exactly.
Germany, China.
Originally, that
They stole a lot of
motorcycle
stuff
was
from
designed to be
China.
used with a sidecar attached. That means it's got enough power to drag a 200-plus pound sidecar around.
So that's how she could pull off all those crazy stunts.
Uh-huh. Of course, it takes a lot of skill to be able to control that much power. That Eva chick is something else.
Yeah, what people don't know is that the Soviets, they did the same thing to Poland. They stripped a lot of factories in Poland and they took it back to the Soviet Union. They did it to Germany, but they also did it notably to China. A lot of people don't know that. The Soviets invaded China in Manchuria in August of 1945, pushed the Japanese out, and then they actually stole a lot of factories and parts from China. And about the Mauser C96, it is true. The Chinese manufactured their own version of the Mauser C96. That is completely true on that.
That swamp seems pretty deep. It's probably deep enough to dive underwater and swim around. Press the crouch button when you're swimming on the surface to dive underwater. The controls when you're underwater differ somewhat from when you're on land. The movement stick controls the direction you move in. Simply move the movement stick to move in that direction. Press the action button repeatedly to swim faster. This is useful when you're in a hurry. You can also press and hold the evade button to surface in an emergency. If you want to change the direction you're facing, you can use the camera stick to control the camera.
Snake, be careful. That area is inhabited by coral snakes. The coral
Do they
snake
taste
is a venomous
good?
snake that originally hails from the Americas. Its venom is a very potent neurotoxin, so don't let it bite you. If you do get bitten, go into the survival viewer right away and use Cure to neutralize the poison with a serum injection. The colorful red and black patterns on the coral snake are a warning sign. Apparently, the bright flashy colors and pattern let other animals know that it carries a deadly poison that keeps them from attacking. There are many animals that mimic the colors of known poisonous animals as a defense. See, by mimicking other poisonous creatures, they increase their chances of survival. There is another non-poisonous snake called the milk snake that borrows its coloring from the coral snake.
Uh-huh.
You're not even listening, are you?
No.
Okay, we'll talk about something you're interested in then.
The taste?
Yes. It says here that coral snakes are pretty good in a snaky kind of way.
A snaky kind of way, huh?
The Davy Crockett's that the boss took with her when she defected are mortars that fire nuclear warheads. They're named after Davy Crockett, the hero who died defending the Alamo in the Texan War of Independence.
That is true. David Crockett was a real person.
That's right. The warheads are equivalent to between 10 and 20 tons of TNT. Every building within 150 yards of the hypocenter is completely obliterated. But the warheads the boss had with her were some kind of experimental super bomb. So they're actually even more powerful than that. I don't even want to think about what happened if she used it again. Snake, you know what you have to do.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I'm just gonna swim near the wall in case there's anything in the water. What the hell is that? Oh, there's something in here. Smoke? Okay. What the hell is that thing? Okay, more of this. More ammo for this here. Here. Ugh, leeches. Thank you guys for telling me the cigar is good for that. Leeches, these things are disgusting.
Snake, are you there?
Eva,
Did you miss me?
did you make it without any trouble?
No one saw me.
So you're back with Vulcan.
In a matter of speaking.
What about the boss?
Yeah, she's here too.
Better be careful.
Thanks, I will. The boss and I get along pretty well, though. I guess we traitors have a lot in common.
Why would anyone want to defect? Betraying your country like that, I just don't get it.
Are you talking about the boss?
Why do you do it? Weren't you born and raised in America?
Yes, in a small rural town. I never even knew there were other countries, other cultures, other ways of thinking. Until I went to work for the NSA. Then one day, I'd found I'd lost faith in the things I'd been taking for granted.
What did you see? What was it that made you want to change sides?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
I saw the universe.
The universe?
Not the actual universe. The universe as the intelligence community sees it. I realized that the gravity in this universe was holding me back. That's all. People and countries are both changed by their environment. And by the times.
That sounds like what the boss was saying.
There's a world of difference between this country and America. But it's only a difference of position, a difference of perspective. Coming here made me realize something. Half of what I'd been told was a complete and utter lie. The other half was a conveniently constructed lie.
Where's the truth then?
It's hidden in the lies.
Are you lying too?
Who knows? I've been trained to make even the most severe falsehood sound like the honest truth. Weren't you?
No. I believe because I have to, even if it is a lie. That's part of my mission.
I'll have to remember that. If you need me, give me a call on the radio. My frequency is 142.52. See ya.
Okay, and I have Eva that I can call now.
That area is known as Chorny Prud. The name means something like the Black Shore in Russian. It got its name from the deep swamp that covers the area. The crocodiles in that swamp are extremely vicious. Apparently, they've already chewed up a bunch of soldiers out on patrol. Now no one even dares to go near the swamp. They said that most of the soldiers who were killed were attacked from behind while they were in the water. You be careful out there.
Eva, what kind of unit are those Ocelots I fought a little while ago?
The Ocelot unit is an elite group composed of soldiers handpicked from among the ranks of Spetsnaz, the Special Forces wing of GRU. They've undergone even more rigorous training than regular Spetsnaz. Their skill with weapons is the stuff of legends. You'll find they're much better shots than the rest of GRU. Watch yourself.
Yeah, and GRU was a real organization. It still actually exists in Russia. It's called GRU as well, too.
The crevice that leads to the cave is still a ways. The crevice...
Okay, same thing she's saying. Okay. Oh, great. There's alligators there. Okay. Ooh. Okay, almost missed that. That would have been bad if I fell there. Croc cap. Oh, what do we got here? Okay. Croc cap? Oh, okay. This is meant to be a disguise in the water. I see. Crap. Trying to get around this alligators. Oh yeah, look at that thing over there. That thing is massive. Oh, what do we got here? I wonder, can I do... Hang on, backpack. Where is it? 1911? Okay. Leech is so disgusting. Okay. Oh, another one. Great. Okay, backpack. Wait, food actually be under this. Eat. I don't think that's how you're supposed to eat it. Yeah, I think you're supposed to kill it and cook it first. Okay, okay. At least my stamina's coming back.
You ate some food?
Yes,
You aren't expecting food to recover life, are you?
of course not. Food alone doesn't heal wounds. Food only recovers stamina.
Good.
Why do you ask?
I once had a guy who thought that eating canned food would recover his life.
What was he, some kind of idiot?
Of sorts, yes. But in the 21st century, they'll probably come up with something that does just that.
We're talking about rations. That's what,
Snake, your number one priority in this mission is rescuing Sokolov. Eva said he is in the lab, so head over there.
Right.
Do you remember how to get to the lab?
You mean what Eva told me?
Yes.
Of course I do.
All right, repeat it for me.
Major, do you think I'd forget something like that?
Let's hear it then.
First I head north,
Hmm.
and then I'll come to a crevice,
And then?
and then...
All right, let's go over this one more time. First, head north through the jungle. Enter the cave through the crevice to the north. Follow the cave to the end and you'll come out in an aqueduct surrounded by mangrove. Follow the aqueduct to the north and you should arrive at a warehouse. Climb out of the water and enter the warehouse. After you've infiltrated the warehouse, pass through it to the north. Then you'll emerge in the woods again. The lab will be directly to the north. Are we clear now?
Yeah.
Snake.
I got it. Basically, I just head north, right?
Oh my god. The codec calls in this game were just great.
Good. You made it to Bolshaya Pust. The name Bolshaya Pust means something close to the Great Cavity. It probably got that name from the crevice to the north. There's a fortified area in the southern part of Bolshaya Pust that's strung with barbed wire. To the north of that is a relay station that serves as both a depot for material shipments and a communication facility. The crevice leading to the cave is located to the north of the relay station. Head north.
Eva, where are you now?
I told you, didn't I? I'm right near the Colonel.
Pretty weak answer, if you ask me.
I suppose you're right.
Eva.
Snake, I'm under orders to cooperate with you, but that doesn't mean I have to tell you everything I know. I would assume the same applies to you, too. The crevice that leads...
Okay. Whoa, whoa. Is that a claymore? Hold on. Oh yeah, it's a claymore. Please don't blow up. Like in the other games, you just crawl prone to them, right? Okay, good, good. Oof. Why the Soviets are using claymores, I will never know, but I'm not going to question it right now. Oh, what is this? Dogs. Okay. Oh, I know that sound. Okay. Come with me. Clean this mess up here. Okay. Okay, more ammo for this. At least there's that. There's something up there. What's this? Uniform splitter. Oh great, how do I get past this now? This looks like it's gonna be annoying to get through. And there's one out there too. There's people out there too. I would throw a stun grenade, but I don't know if they'll hear that. What the? Ooh. Is he dead? Well, I did not do that. Oh, there's something over there, too. Oh, and you can just crawl through here and even see this. Oh, okay.
I think I saw something. Huh. Guess I'm seeing things.
Oh, great, look at this place. Okay, I'm getting better at this game. Pretty decent at stealth games. Okay, it's in here.
Good. You've reached the relay station, but stay alert. That station is an enemy strongpoint. The security is bound to be tight.
But there's no other way to get to the crevice if I don't make it through.
Exactly. The crevice leading to the cave is in the north of that area. Find a way to slip past the enemy and head north.
The weapon you've got equipped now is a prototype model of the Mark 22, a suppressor-equipped pistol currently in development by the Navy. It's been modified to act as a tranquilizer gun. The Mark 22 is a heavily modified special ops version of the M39 pistol used as a sidearm by the SEALs. Probably the biggest change from the M39 is that it's got a longer barrel, which allows it to be equipped with a suppressor. And it uses a slide lock mechanism. That makes it a lot quieter, but it also means you have to load a new round into the chamber by hand every time you fire. It's also fitted with tall, adjustable sights, so you can use the front and rear sights to line up your shot, even with a suppressor attached.
Looks like they got rid of the magazine safety, too.
Good eye. That feature wasn't too popular with guys like you who know their guns. The shear release lever's been taken off as well, meaning the hammer won't fall even with the safety on.
So I can just cock and lock.
That, and you get the added bonus of not having any mechanical noise from decocking, even with the safety on. The perfect pistol for a sneaking mission, huh?
That a Dishka?
Speak. The northeastern gun emplacement. Use the trenches. Speak. Shooting drums will... Answer me. You lousy...
One thing I like about this game is how long it takes to actually, to knock someone out. A lot more realistic than a lot of other games. Let's clean this up here now. That's a Dishka, by the way. That's, it's a heavy Soviet machine gun. The bullets that that thing fires can rip a person in half.
Huh? What's that sound? Who's that?
Okay. Another one of those things? Okay.
Who's that?
HQ, please respond. This is HQ. Control here. Sighted. Requesting backup. Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements.
Oh, crap. Got shot. No, not that one. Bullet lodged. No, using the wrong one here. Okay, oh, the knife. I gotta use the knife to extract the bullet. I didn't think about that. Okay. Yeah. Ugh. Ugh. That's really painful doing that. Okay.
HQ, please respond.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We've lost sight of the intruder. Going into high alert.
Acknowledge. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
Okay, that was close. I'm gonna clean this up now. What do we got here? Let's see here, where am I? Oh, I'm right next to the next point, okay.
Ah, you're here at last. Looks like the boss's info was right. Twice now you've made me taste bitter defeat. I hate to disappoint the Cobras, but you're mine now. All of you, leave us. It's just you and me. No one to get in our way. Ocelots are proud creatures. They prefer to hunt alone.
Okay, yeah, he's definitely showing off at this point.
Shots. This time I've got 12 shots. Okay. Draw!
Okay, let's see here,
Snake, the only way to proceed is to fight. You have to defeat Ocelot. You can't jump over that crevice, and hand-to-hand combat is out of the question. You'll have to shoot it out with him. Take cover behind something and wait for an opening, and then attack.
It looks like there's a hornet's nest up there. If it falls down, you'll be attacked by the hornets inside. If you get attacked by hornets, swing your survival knife around or use a smoke grenade to drive them off. Wearing light-colored clothing can also be effective.
That guy is using a single-action army. It's a 6-shot 45 caliber revolver. The only drawback is that because it's a revolver, it's a pain in the ass to reload. Ocelot will be open to attack while he's reloading. Use that window to
And
unload
the
on
thing
him.
about the single-action army revolver is you cannot actually use a speed reloading cylinder to reload it. You have to load it individually each round.
Ocelot is a force to be reckoned with. Don't even think about running away. The only way to proceed with the mission is to defeat him. They say that Ocelot can hit targets hiding behind obstacles by using ricochet shots. Rocks and trees won't protect you. If you stay too long in the same spot, you'll only be making yourself an easy target. Don't stand still. Keep moving.
And you guys told me in the comments that I can defeat all the bosses by draining their stamina instead of, Oh crap, there's a snake there. Okay, so it's just like his first fight in Shadow Moses Island, is that just wait until he reloads.
I've never felt a tension like this before. That's so different from simply changing a clip. This reload time is exhilarating.
Damn it. Damn, almost had him. There, hit him now. Oh, Venom.
That's so different from simply changing a clip. This reload time is exhilarating. Not bad.
There, I got him good again. There, okay.
How dare you? This reload time is exhilarating.
Okay, don't have to worry about that snake anymore.
Not bad. Take this. All right, Commander.
Pretty tasty.
revolution.
There. Whew. I beat him on my first attempt on hard.
Damn it. He found us.
Ugh.
You were lucky. We'll meet again.
Oh, it might not be a good idea. You don't know what's down there. I can barely see anything here.
Snake, are you okay? Snake!
Major.
Snake.
Are you all right? You're not hurt?
No. That was a hell of a drop, but I'm fine. Looks like there's no way back up, though.
I see. Well, anyway, it's good to hear you're not injured. Slipping and falling may not have been part of the plan, but getting into that cave was. Proceed further into the cave. The cave seems to be structured like a maze, but there's an exit somewhere. Find a way out of the cave and head for the aqueduct.
All right, but it might take me a while to get through this cave.
Are you hurt?
No,
Is it the enemy? Did they set a trap for you?
not that either.
Then what is it?
It's dark in here.
Dark.
Yeah, there's no light anywhere. I should have brought a flashlight with me.
So what you're saying is that it's going to take you a while because you don't have a flashlight.
Right.
Snake, if you don't have a flashlight, you should be looking for a substitute. I tell you, American soldiers these days rely too much on ready-made equipment.
Here we go again.
What was that?
Nothing.
American soldiers rely too much on ready-made equipment. And not only that, they can't seem to grasp that one piece of equipment can have multiple functions. Back when I was in the SAS, we never had that problem. We were trained to use every piece of equipment in as many ways as possible. If you don't have a flashlight, look for something else. You need to develop flexible, innovative thinking if you want to... Hey, are you listening to me?
Yeah, of course I am.
First, take a look at what you're carrying with you now. Don't you have anything that can provide you with some light?
That area is inhabited by the Taiwanese cobra. The Taiwanese cobra is native to Taiwan and southern China. It's quite vicious and carries a potent neurotoxin in its fangs. Be careful. If it bites you, go into the survival viewer immediately and use the cure option to inject yourself with serum.
Sounds interesting.
Don't ask me.
Huh?
The guide doesn't say. If you absolutely have to know, then you'll just have to try it yourself and see.
I didn't say anything.
But you were going to ask, weren't you? About the taste?
Maybe.
I'll talk to you later, Snake.
You're wearing the tiger stripe pattern camouflage, huh? Tiger stripe is a forest camouflage. As you may have guessed by the name, it mimics the stripe pattern on a tiger's coat. It was originally worn by South Vietnamese Marines. Then it caught the attention of an American military advisor, and now they're thinking of introducing it into all kinds of special forces units. It works best in places with lots of trees and grass, but it should blend in with dirt and mud, too.
Snake, are you all right?
Yeah, just barely. What the hell were all those hornets?
Most likely that was the pain, one of the cobras.
I figured as much. Are they tracking me?
I don't know. The cobras only take orders from the boss. Not even Volgin knows what they're really up to, so I don't know anything about them either.
No kidding.
I'll try and dig up as much as I can about them. You just focus on moving ahead. Go to the end of the cave and you'll come out in an aqueduct overgrown with mangroves. This leads to the Ponizovye swamp. And Snake, be careful. That cave
is pitch dark inside.
Good. I did remember to tell you then. If it's completely dark and you need a light, try using a torch. I heard there's some emergency torches stored somewhere in that cave.
Torches. Got it. So where are they?
Huh?
Where are the torches?
How should I know? Go find them yourself. Snake, have you heard about the massacre that happened in the forest near the village of Gnezdovo?
The Katyn Forest Massacre, right?
This is true.
During World War II, the German army came upon the bodies of 4,000 dead Polish in the forest of Katyn.
Yeah, Germany blamed the Soviet Union, but the Soviet Union denied it, blaming Germany in return.
The truth
This is all
that
true.
Stalin ordered the NKVD to carry out the killings. And it's not just Katyn. In places like Western Ukraine and Belarus, there must have been at least 20,000 Poles in the prison camps.
Why are you telling me this?
Volgin was one of the people responsible. He was one of the vicious leaders behind it.
Volgin was?
He blamed it on a prisoner revolt to allay any fears, and requested they be put to death. I've heard that Volgin even removed the blindfolds from each prisoner before he beat them to death.
I knew it wasn't all there in the head, but this...
Not someone you could be friends with.
About that is actually true. That's actually a real massacre. And that massacre is heavily remembered in Poland today. It's the Katyn massacre. What basically happened was in mid-September 1939, when the Soviet Union invaded Poland, because the Soviet Union invaded Poland 2 weeks after Germany when they had the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. The Soviet Union had captured thousands of Poles on the eastern side, and they had specifically singled out officers, commanders, generals, lieutenants, captains, and there was over 20,000 of these guys. And what they did was they actually sent them to Katyn in Russia, which I believe that's in Smolensk, in the Smolensk region in Russia. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. And Stalin, they held those prisoners there for about half a year, and the massacre happened in about April 1940. And so what Stalin did was he ordered the NKVD. What Ava says is 100% true. It's a whole 100% historically true. The NKVD were Stalin's secret police. They were basically the Soviet version of the Gestapo. The NKVD did some pretty horrible things, and the NKVD later became the KGB. But the NKVD were Stalin's personal hit squad. Whenever Stalin did purges or anything like that, he would always send the NKVD. And the NKVD, they basically took those Polish prisoners, and what they did was they took them to a mass grave, and a lot of them they were driven in vans, they were blindfolded, or they had like a black bag over their heads, and they were actually shot in the back of the head, and then they were just dumped in this grave. And what she's saying is that Volgin took the blinds off the prisoners and beat them to death before he threw them inside in the mass grave. But it's a really horrible event in Polish history, and the thing about this massacre is that when a year later, when Germany did Operation Barbarossa in June of 1941, the invasion of the Soviet Union, what happened was Stalin was now requesting help from the Polish government in exile, the same government that he actually chased out of Poland. And what happened was when the Polish people from the Polish government in exile, when they met with Stalin and they tried to discuss this with him, they told him, okay, you want our help to fight Germany, we'll help. But just release all of our prisoners that are in, your prison camps, and we'll help. We'll make an army to help fight the Germans with you. And the Polish government in exile said, we want all these officers released. Now, the Polish government in exile thought that those officers were all still in Soviet captivity. They thought that they were still alive. They didn't know that they were massacred a year earlier. And Stalin basically started saying, oh, I released them in Iran. I released them, I humanitarianly released them in Iran, and, that's where I left them. I don't know where they are now. And that's what Stalin was basically making excuses for that, lying about that. And the Polish government in exile, they didn't know what happened to them. They suspected that they might have been killed, but they didn't have definitive proof. What happened then was, April 1943, exactly 3 years after the Katyn massacre happened, when Germany was in the Soviet Union, when they had their disaster at Stalingrad and they were actually pulling back, the Germans actually found that massacre. It was actually first reported by a bunch of villagers, I think, to the Germans, and then the Germans actually found the mass graves and they dug the whole thing up. And what happened was the Polish government wanted it investigated, and they actually sent the Red Cross in to do an investigation. And the Germans did not actually harass the Red Cross in that. And the Red Cross, they did their investigation, and it was made up of Allied prisoners of war, and then they returned actually to the Allied lines. And the Red Cross investigation, they said it was Stalin. It was the Soviets who actually did that massacre. Now, the Germans then tried to use this as propaganda to basically drive a wedge between the Allies, specifically the Soviets and the Polish. Now, what happened is, this is why a lot of Polish people, they say that the West had betrayed them, because what happened is, when Churchill first heard about the massacre, the first thing Churchill said it's the Bolsheviks who probably did it. That was the Communist Party in the Soviet Union. But he said that we shouldn't bring this up, because we're allies with Stalin right now. We need him to fight against the Germans. And Roosevelt was the same way. Roosevelt did not want to bring this up. Roosevelt suspected that it was the Soviets who did it, but he did not want to bring this up. Now, what happened was, there was General Sikorski. He was a Polish general that was in exile. General Sikorski, he actually wanted to expose this to the world. He actually was planning, I think, going to America and talking more to Roosevelt about this and basically exposing this massacre that the Soviets had done. And what happened is, General Sikorski, his plane was in Gibraltar. He was with the British. His plane actually crashed as it was taking off, and he died in that plane crash. Now, there's a lot of conspiracies in Poland about this. A lot of Polish people think that the British had assassinated General Sikorski. And the reason that a lot of Polish people think this is because they think that General Sikorski was going to ruin relations between the Soviet Union and the Allies by talking about the massacre. And so because of that, the British had him killed. That's what a lot of Polish people think. I think it's highly probable that the British did assassinate Sikorski as well. I think that that's probably what ended up happening too. But that's basically why a lot of Polish people feel like betrayed by the West. When they talk about like Western betrayal, it's specifically like that, because they were sold out to Stalin, and this massacre happened, and it was in the middle of World War II when it was revealed the Soviets did it, and the Allies really didn't do anything to condemn Stalin about it. And the massacre, it gets worse, because when the Germans had created their own propaganda film, basically saying that it was the Soviets who had done this, and the Germans were brutal and they were evil too, but this was one massacre that they did not do. This was the Soviets who did this. And what happened is, when the Soviets then pushed the Germans out of that area later in 1943, the Soviets actually destroyed the cemetery that was there, and what they did was they created their own propaganda movie, and they showed it in Poland. So first the Germans showed their propaganda movie, and then the Soviets later showed their propaganda movie, and the Soviet propaganda movie is basically blaming the Germans, saying that the Nazis had done it. However, though, we have documented proof those Polish prisoners of war were taken by the Soviets. They were taken prisoner by the Soviets when the Soviets invaded, and they were logged by the Soviets. They were not captured by the Germans, and they were in Soviet captivity. And the Soviets were claiming that the Germans had brought them there and massacred them. It makes no sense, because those prisoners were in Soviet captivity. They were never in German captivity. But that was basically the Soviet version of the events. And what happened was, in the late 80s, Mikhail Gorbachev, the General Secretary of the Soviet Union, leader of the Soviet Union at that time, he released documents which finally proved that it was Stalin who did this. It was finally proven that the Soviets were the ones who committed that massacre. And in Poland, in communist Poland, it was actually illegal to talk about that. If you brought that up, if you brought up cotton, or you said that the Soviets did that, you would be basically put in a black van, and you would never be heard from again. It was like, it's one of the most disturbing, events that happened in Polish history. It's heavily remembered in Polish history today. But that makes me just despise and hate Volgin even more, that Volgin had, participated in that. But what Ava said here about this is 100% true. Like, this is, I'm really like surprised that the developers of this game, that they did their research into that, they looked into that, but that is and they said that Volgin was a Stalinist, that Volgin had supported Stalin before he passed away. So that's so I'm very surprised that the developers had the caves reduce visibility. Your eyes will slowly adjust to the darkness over time, but using items such as a torch, cigar, or night vision goggles makes it easier to see the terrain. Oh, cigar. Okay, how do I light this? I think it's automatically lighted already. But it's hard to see. It's still hard to see. Oh man, seeing in here is gonna be difficult. But I'm very surprised by the amount of research that the developers did, but that was all 100% true what the developers said there, and
Hey, this works.
what do we got here? Battery. I wonder if I can use that mushroom. Might be able to maybe use this to...
I want some more.
Russian glow cap, okay. I can't do that. Okay, I thought maybe I could hold it and maybe use it as some kind of, like, night vision thing, but I guess not. Come on. There's nowhere to go here. It's a dead end. Another one of those things. Oh, finally. Where does this go? What is this place? AK-47 ammo full. Night vision goggles. Oh my god. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Oh my god. I thought I was screwed. Oh man, I thought I was done for. Okay, put away the seat. Okay, now perfect. Okay, I can see everything now. Okay, good. Thank God that I look around. And I'm assuming that jump there, that leads me to the same place that I started at, right? Because there was water there. Oh crap, that's not good. Food?
Not too bad.
Okay, my battery's running low in this thing. I gotta... Oh, light. Perfect, okay.
I've caught you at last. We are the sons of the boss. I am the pain. I will guide you to a world of anguish beyond your imagination. Let's get started.
Okay, I got a good hit on them there.
Snake, as long as the Pain is using his hornets to protect his body, you won't be able to damage him with gun attacks. You'll need to use a grenade to get rid of the hornet swarm first. Throw a grenade at him. Get rid of those hornets protecting him, and then attack him with a gun.
Okay. I got so many Soviet grenades, I might as well use these. Come on. How did those grenades not work? I literally threw it right next to him. Okay, I got like 25% of his health down. Closer to like 40%, okay.
Tasty. There we go. Okay, looking for some more tranquilizer ammo and I found it. What the? There's two of them. There's an imposter one.
Got him like 60% down. Whoa! Okay, grenades. Yep.
What can I
Okay.
say?
Dive, dive, dive. Okay, I needed that ammo. No, I hate Tommy gun. Worst attack he does. Okay, I've almost got him. It's a bit rough, but I'll get him. Oh no. Grenades again. I keep running out of stamina. A ration. A portable ration issued by the Russian military. Not eating it, but it doesn't look very good.
Disgusting.
One more hit and he's done. That was probably the worst environment he could have fought Snake in because of all the water.
The pain. The pain. The pain. The pain.
Okay, okay, guys, I think it'll probably be a good part to, probably wrap it up here. Let me see. Can I get on top there? Where... You guys told me that if I beat these bosses with the, dart gun that I get something special unlock. I see there's a... There's something up there, too, now. No, I don't do it like that, so... I have to get up here somehow. Oh, I think it's over here, yeah. Uniform Hornet Stripe. Wards off hornets, spiders, and leeches. Also allows wearer to tame hornets. Huh. Okay. Check to see if there's anything else up there. Where does this go? Uniform snow? That looks like a gun case. M37. Mark 22 ammo. This is why it's always worth it to look around and loot. This is the place I came from. Okay. Okay. I guess we'll wrap it up here, guys.
Snake, that's the home to the Otten frog. The Otten frog is a large, corpulent species of frog. They're known as a delicacy, so it might be worth catching them for food. The Otten frog was originally found only on Amami Oshima in Japan. Frogs usually have 4 toes on their front legs, but the Otten frog is unique in that it has 5.
Got it. By the way, you said they were known as a delicacy, right?
Right.
So that means they must taste pretty good, huh?
I guess so. I hear that in Japan, Otten frog sashimi and sukiyaki are popular dishes.
Really?
Yeah.
Japan, huh? That place is starting to sound better and better.
Okay, let's save here.
Saving the game, Snake? Snake, have you seen 007 From Russia with Love?
I have.
Nah, I don't like those movies. Real spies are nothing like James Bond. It's pure fantasy.
Snake, I don't think the Major's going to like you saying that.
And even though it's fiction, I can't help but comparing myself to Bond.
What exactly don't you like about James Bond? I mean, is it the fantastic gadgets, the cars, the guns?
Major,
Snake, wouldn't you like to have a gun shaped like a pen?
what good is a pen gonna do me in the jungle? I'd look like a fool.
Then what about a snake-shaped gun? You could make it look like you're grappling with a giant snake and then get a shot in on the enemy while they're distracted. Ha!
Okay, now you're being ridiculous.
We'll make you a snake-shaped gun that folds up and fits into an attaché case.
Will you give it a rest?
Oh, I get it. You're worried about how to handle the ladies, aren't you?
No.
I knew it. To tell you the truth, I don't like the idea of playing hanky-panky with enemy femme fatales either. But that's part of Bond's appeal. You could learn a thing or two from him. I mean, what about this Eva? What are you planning to do with her?
I don't even trust her yet.
No, that's not what I mean. You can't let yourself get involved. This is a game of spy versus spy. She's using you just as much as you're using her.
I realize that.
You've got to grab the initiative, and to do that, you have to get the upper hand in the relationship. That's what a spy is supposed to do.
Get the upper hand. I don't think I'm cut out for that mission.
Maybe if you change your code name to 00 Snake.
Major.
007 is the biggest thing to come out of England since the Mayflower. I wouldn't be surprised if they made 20 more of those movies.
Oh.
Didn't you know? The Major is a huge James Bond fan. Don't get him worked up like this.
Worked up?
Maybe you don't realize this, but now that you've got him started talking about Bond, I'm going to have to listen to him lecture for a whole hour after he gets off the radio.
You have my sympathy.
It's too bad you can't enjoy such a great movie, though.
I guess I'm just one of those people who can't enjoy spy flicks.
Okay, so I guess we will wrap this up here, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this part. If you did, drop a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.